love it. It's like you guys are taking out the trash, killing off the bad guys one by one. You're a rogue team of assassins for the sake of justice!
Akame Got Killed, a story about good versus evil. Despite its quite basic theme, this anime makes everyone who watches it evil. To understand this, we will have to acknowledge what good versus evil truly is. The word good is classified as a moral acceptability of a behavior or belief. Morality is defined as a set of rules that a person lives their life by. The general population of people have the same basis of beliefs / morals. Murder is wrong, stealing is no good, as well as lying is bad. An evil person is a person whose morals or actions deviate from what society deems as appropriate to believe or do, depending on who is in control. Social morality can differ drastically from personal morality. In Akame Got Killed, there are 3 examples that will help you better understand morality. Good versus evil. The main protagonist Tatsumi's village was very poor indeed. He was sent with his 2 friends to make a living in the capital. That way, they can bring their village out of poverty. As time went on, Tatsumi began to realize that the capital was not what he imagined. For starters, the empire was crawling with corruption that everyone in the capital was aware of. If anyone spoke out about the empire's corrupt nature, they will quickly be disposed of by the government. Tatsumi didn't understand the full brunt of the corruption until one fateful night. Tatsumi wakes up to find a group of ruthless assassins called Night Raid that he was told about earlier that day. The people who allowed him to stay in their mansion were in danger, so Tatsumi had to protect them. As Tatsumi watched the guards confront Night Raid directly, he saw they were heavily outmatched. When Tatsumi confronted Night Raid himself, he saw they were purposefully trying to avoid him. As his frustration grew, he finally got the attention of Night Raid's Akame. After a bit of bickering, the group shows Tatsumi the reality of his situation.
Welcome to the capital, kid.
Once Tatsumi enters the gates of the shed, he sees countless bodies of people just like himself, individuals looking for a better life in the capital. The issue came when Tatsumi saw the lifeless body of his friend, Sayo. The girl who so-called saved Tatsumi beat Sayo to death because of her jealousy. Tatsumi finally understood the nation's corruption and slaughtered his friend's murderer. Tatsumi thought that the people of the empire had to be good. Of all things, he was reliant on their moral superiority for his survival. Night Raid taught Tatsumi that Night Raid taught Tatsumi that the morally superior ones kill people for a living. Tatsumi's battle of morals was nothing compared to the battle between sisters, Akame and Kurame. Akame and Kurame were both raised by the empire to kill anyone who possessed a danger to the nation. They were trained to kill as a way of maintaining peace and order. Akame would always watch over her little sister, Kurame, to keep her safe. This is why, in Kurame's eyes, Akame is not only a role model, but someone Kurame could look up to and trust to never abandon her. As the period began to get older, Akame was conflicted with whether what they were doing was the right thing to do. Akame was conflicted until she met Najinda, the now leader of Night Raid. Najinda convinced Akame that the Empire's corrupt way of silencing people was fallacious, a deception tactic used to keep the leaders in control. Akame wanted to help Najinda's mission with Night Raid. When Kurame found out about Akame's plan, she refused to join Akame in betraying the nation, no matter how much Akame pleaded. Akame not only betrayed the Empire, but she betrayed her little sister by abandoning her. This switch in morals would cause the sisters to want each other dead, but for different reasons entirely. Akame has always showed a sense of absolute loyalty when it comes down to completing the mission, which Kurame seems to echo. It would hurt Akame to kill her little sister. However, it would hurt her even more to have someone else kill Kurame first. And as a Kurame, she wants to do the same thing her big sister, Akame, is doing. However, she doesn't have the same resolve as Akame. Kurame uses her hatred of Akame's abandonment to fuel her drive to kill her big sister. Akame and Kurame both are trying to kill one another. The moral superiority lies in either one of their hands. Let me know down in the comments who you think is the most moral, Akame or Kurame. Night Raid as an organization believes the corruption of the nation is beyond salvation. The organization wants to uproot corruption at its source by eliminating the minister. When Tatsumi said Night Raid was eliminating bad guys for the sake of justice, Tatsumi was laughed at. Although the group is killing people for a nation they hope to create, they are all murderers, no matter how it is put. There is not an ounce of justice in the way they do things. At any moment, every one of them could be forced to atone for the blood they have shed. The Jaegers are a group of specialized Imperial officers tasked with eliminating Night Raid. The group as a whole believes that Night Raid is a band of twisted murderers that possess a threat to everyone in the nation. The Jaegers kill to protect the people of the Empire. That is their job. The Jaegers in Night Raid have individuals that hold their own reasons for killing, having their desires fulfilled by the group they are a part of. Sith being one of the only ones who's just killing for her own satisfaction and pleasure. There is no such thing as absolute good or evil. Everyone has been guilty of committing immoral acts in the hopes of accomplishing good. The real battle comes down to moral superiority. In the eyes of the Jaegers, Night Raid were a group of assassins killing people at random. To the Jaegers, they were the morally superior ones. On the other hand, Night Raid was seeing all of the immoral behavior of the capital. To Night Raid, they were the moral ones. Good versus evil is associated with perspective. Depending on who is observing, nearly everything can be viewed as good or bad. The only thing you can do is try to act upon what you believe is the right thing to do. Good people recognize their bad behaviors and try their best to improve themselves. Until next time. Mata na.